If you're looking to scale your lead gen and get the most out of your ad budget, Performance Max campaigns can be an absolute game changer. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to build out a PMax campaign specifically for lead gen. That way you can reach the right people at the right time across all of Google's different networks. And so by the end, you'll have a step-by-step process to start attracting high quality leads without wasting any ad spend on the wrong audience. Hey everyone, it's Axel here, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to build a PMax campaign specifically for lead gen. So a Performance Max campaign is a little bit different than your regular search campaign. Instead of showing your search ads at the top of the search results like this, you can instead feed your ad a bunch of creative assets. So things like photos, videos, headlines, long headlines, descriptions, search themes, audience signals, things of the sort. From there, Google then takes all of that and uses its algorithm to place your ad in front of the right person at the right time on the right network in order to optimize your campaigns for the best results possible. As a quick heads up before we start, I do not recommend specifically for lead gen running a campaign like this until you already have a search campaign that has been running for multiple months. This is because a PMax campaign specifically for lead gen is very reliant on the data that you already give it. And so this will make a difference because what you can do is you can take the winning data that you have out of your search campaign and feed the algorithm with that data in your PMax campaign. That way it performs a lot better right out the gate, which ensures that you get a higher quality lead. For today's example specifically, I'm going to be building a PMax campaign which brings the traffic to this landing page right here. So this is a client of mine who does eyebrow and makeup services in Squamish, and the way I'm going to build this out is I'm going to have two different asset groups. One asset group is going to be targeting people who are specifically interested in eyebrow services, while the other asset group is going to be targeting people who are interested in makeup services. That way I'm showing a relevant ad to the right person who's interested. So to get started, I'm just going to go into my campaign dashboard, which is right here when I click on campaign, and I'm going to click on plus right here and click on plus new campaign. My objective for this video specifically is for lead gen, so we're going for leads here. So I'm going to click on that. Next, it's going to ask me for which conversion goal we're trying to optimize for. So I'm going to add a goal right here and click on submit lead form. Make sure that your conversion tracking is working correctly before you set this up. I can't stress this enough. If you don't have your submit lead form conversion action correctly firing, do not move ahead with this campaign build yet. Go and figure that out first and then move on. But what I want to do is I want to select this and then remove these. And the reason I'm doing this is because right now I'm building a campaign which is specifically for generating new leads for this business. I don't care about the phone calls and I don't care about the engagement or interaction rates that are happening. All I want the campaign to optimize for is generating leads, and therefore the associated conversion event to that is submit lead form. I'm then going to click on continue, and it's going to ask me for a campaign type, and I'm going to now click on Performance Max right here. It's then going to ask me for a final URL. I'm actually going to skip this part because all it does is it just autofills all of your headlines and things of the sort. I'm actually going to just manually do all of this, so I'm not going to do this part right here. But next it's going to ask me for my campaign name, so I'm going to call this PMax specifically for eyebrow and makeup, like that, and click on continue. Next, it's going to ask me for my bidding strategy. So I'm going to make a different video on this if you're doing this for D2C. In a case like that, you're going to want to click target ROAS, but since we're going for leads here, I'm going to leave this on conversions, and I'm going to start without a TCPA. I actually recommend you set a TCPA once you've had 25 to 50 conversions, but until that point, at the very start, leave this box unticked and make sure that you're optimizing for conversions. Customer acquisition, I'm not going to tick this box. This is primarily used for D2C campaigns, so I'm going to skip this right here as well and click on next. It's then going to ask me for the location. So here I'm going to select Squamish because that is where the service-based business is located. So I'm going to select that and click on continue. So for your use case, specifically if you're a service provider or have a service-based business, make sure that you select the city or the town that you are currently operating in and where you want your leads to come from. From there, it's then going to ask me for a language. English is fine, so I'm going to leave this as it is. This is not an EU political ad, so I'm going to click on no right here. And then in terms of asset optimization, I'm going to make sure that this and this are unticked. My images are ticked right here, and then my videos are ticked as well. And I'm then going to click on next. Then it's going to ask me if I want to go for the asset generation. Again, I'm just going to build all of this manually, so I'm going to skip this part as well. And it's then going to ask me for my first asset group name. So I'm going to build out the makeup asset group first. So I'm going to call this makeup. Then it's going to ask me for my business name. So I'm going to type that in right here. And it's then going to ask me for a logo. So I'm going to click plus, select the logo of the brand that I'm advertising right now, and then upload that right here. And then it's going to ask me to start building my actual first asset group. So the first thing it's asking me for is the final URL, the page where you're bringing the traffic to if they click on your ad. So I'm bringing traffic to here. So I'm going to copy this URL and paste it right there. Then it's going to ask me for some headlines. So I have a bunch of headlines already good to go. So I'm going to start one by one adding all of my headlines to this. You can add up up to 15 headlines in your asset group, by the way, and I suggest that you use up every single one. That way you're just giving the Google algorithm a bit more to test. All of my headlines are in place. The next thing I want to do is just add my long headline. So I'll place that right here. And then it's asking me for description. So I have 3 of them ready right here. So I'm just going to select those and copy and paste those into here. And now that I have that done, it's then going to ask me for my images. So I'm going to click on plus images right here, and I have a couple makeup related images ready to go. So I'm going to select this one right here. I'm also going to select this one right here, this one, and this one right here. I just did that super quickly. This part is very important. Make sure that the images you are selecting are highly relevant to your landing page and your target audience to start with. Not only that, make sure that your photos are of high quality and that they're well cropped. So I just did that fast, but make sure you take your time to select those images carefully. Then what you would want to do is if you have any videos, add those as well and make sure those are cropped correctly. For this video, I don't have any videos on hand, so I'm not going to add any, but if you have any, I suggest you add them as well. And then it's also going to ask me for my call to action. So I want to make sure that this part does not say automated. The call to action is the text on the button that appears for someone to click on, and then it directs them to the final URL. So I don't want this to automate, because if it's on automated, all it's going to do is it's just going to test all the different call to actions with multiple different people. Right now, I'm going for people to book an appointment. So for me, it makes sense to have the call to action book now. Sign up can also be a good option for lead gen. If you're doing D2C, shop now is generally the best standard to use. And if you're not sure, learn more is also a good option too. That one universally works well. Just make sure that it's relevant to what you're doing and that it's not selected to automated. It's then going to ask me for a bunch of search themes and audience signals. So for now, I'm going to skip this part. However, this part is super important and I will be going back to this section at the end of the video. So I'm just going to scroll down and click on next. It's then going to ask me for my budget. So specifically for this, I'm going to set a budget of $30 a day. So whatever you feel like spending, put it into here, and then I'm going to click on next. And now our campaign is ready to go. So I'm just going to click on publish campaign. And so just know that when you publish a campaign, Google will always automatically turn that campaign on for you. So if you're not ready to run the ads just yet, go into your campaigns dashboard and put it on pause. I'm going to do that since I'm not actually done building this campaign yet. So I'm going to go into my campaigns dashboard right here, and I'm going to see right here that this bubble right down here is green, meaning that the campaign is currently live. I want that to be actually on pause. So I'm going to click that and click pause right here. So what we have now is we have a PMax campaign built out that is specifically on a bid strategy for maximizing conversions. And I also have one asset group built out, which is specifically targeting people who are interested in makeup services. Now, this person is also targeting people who are interested in eyebrow services. So what I'm going to do now is build out a second asset group, which targets that specific audience. So what I'm going to do to do that is I'm going to go on my left right here, make sure that I'm selected on my PMax campaign up top. I'm going to go left and click on asset groups right here. I'm then going to click on this plus button right here and click copy existing asset group, specifically in this campaign right here. And then I'm just going to scroll down and click on save. And so now what I have is I have my first makeup asset group, and then I have my duplicated asset group. So what I want to do here is I want to rename this to my eyebrow ad group, because that's the type of people we're going to target. And then I'm going to click on summary right here. I'm going to find it, and I'm then going to edit the asset. So what I did here is just a quick way of doing it. Instead of building a second asset group from scratch, I duplicated my first one, and I'm just going to tweak a couple headlines and photos. That way it actually matches that audience group I'm going for. So the first thing I'm going to change is my headlines right here. So if I scroll down, I now have my eyebrow related headlines. So I'm going to start copy and pasting those right here. So now all of my headlines are ready. The next thing I want is my long headline, specifically the one that is related to eyebrow services. So I'm going to take that and copy and paste it right here. Next are my descriptions. I'm going to copy and paste those into my description section right here. And keep in mind as you're doing this, I'm doing this quickly right now just to show you how to do it. It does allow you to have up to 15 different headlines, 5 different long headlines, and 5 different descriptions. I only have 5 headlines, 1 long headline, and 3 descriptions just to be fast here, but I do suggest that you use up every single one. That way you're just giving Google more to test with. But moving on, I'm just adding in my last description here. So now all of my descriptions and my headlines are ready. I now want to edit my images. That way they are more related to eyebrows and not makeup. So I'm gonna remove this one. I'm gonna remove this one right here. That one's less related to the eyebrows, and this one's more makeup related, and this one is more makeup related, I'd say as well. And I'm just gonna add a couple more that are more eyebrow related instead. So again, I just did that super quickly. So I suggest that again, pick your images carefully, make sure they're high quality, and most importantly, make sure they're relevant to the landing page you're bringing people to. What comes next are the videos. Again, I don't have any right now, but if you have any related videos to the service you're promoting, add them in right here. Make sure that my call to action is still enabled as book now and click on save. So we're nearly there, but we're not quite done our campaign yet, and that's because we haven't used any audience signals yet, and it's super important that we do this. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to set up some search themes and signals for your PMax campaign. But before I show you how to do that, if you like this video so far, feel free to subscribe and give me a like below. That way you're updated on all my newest videos to come. Signals and search themes are super important for PMax campaigns. If I go into this section real quick right now, just to explain what they do. So a search theme, you can kind of think of it kind of like a keyword. You are telling Google, people who search up something similar to this, I want you to show my ad in front of those people specifically. So for my makeup ad group, it makes sense to have a search theme that is something similar to makeup service in Squamish. That way, right off the bat, I'm telling Google that I want you to show these ads to people who have some sort of interest in this topic right here. An audience signal is where you give Google a specific audience that you built out on your backend, which I'll show you how to do in a minute. You're then integrating that audience into this asset group, and you're essentially telling Google, look at this audience I just gave you, show my ads to people who are similar to those people. So a good tactic to use here is to build out a custom audience of people who have actually converted before. So essentially your existing customer base, putting that into your audience signal. That way you're telling Google to show your ads to people who are similar to people who have converted into a lead in the past. So that's exactly what we're gonna do here. Before you build out these signals, the first thing you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna go into your search campaign, which is already running, and you're gonna wanna go into your keyword. So I've had a search campaign that's been running for a while, which is this one right here. And what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna go down to your audiences, keywords, and content. You're gonna click on your keywords, and then you're gonna sort them by amount spent, and you're going to select the top winning keywords. So essentially your keywords that have spent the most money and generated you the best cost per lead. You're then going to take those keywords and you're going to note them down in a Google Doc like I have here. So right now, for the past 3 months, I have my top 6 keywords for my search campaign for my eyebrow ad group. And I also have my top 5 keywords here for my makeup ad group. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to be using these keywords specifically for audience signals and custom audiences, which I'm then going to integrate into my PMax campaign. So the first thing I wanna do is I wanna go here on the left, click on Tools, Shared Library, and click on Audience Manager. The first thing I want to do is click on Custom Segments, click on plus, and call this Makeup Custom Intent Audience. I'm then going to make sure that the first one is selected, so people with any of these interests or purchase intentions, and I'm then going to grab my makeup keywords, copy them, and paste them into here, and then click on Save. And so what I just created here is called a Custom Intent Audience. It's a group of people who have searched up those keywords or similar keywords in the recent past. And specifically, I chose my top winning keywords because these are the ones that tend to be converting anyway, so it makes sense for me to pick those and add them to my custom intent audience. That way I'm giving a high converting signal to my PMax campaign. The next thing I want to do is build a custom intent audience, but for my eyebrow services. So I'm going to label this as custom intent eyebrow services right here. I'm then going to go into my keywords and select my winning eyebrow keywords, paste them right here, make sure the first option is toggled on, and click on Save. So now I have 2 different custom intent audience. I have my makeup one and my custom intent audience for eyebrow services. We're not quite done here. What I want to also do is I want to click on your data segment, and I want to build 2 different custom audiences. I want to build an audience of people who have converted through this landing page, so people who have filled out this lead form in the past 180 days. And I'm also going to build a custom audience of people who have just been to this landing page in the first place. The first thing I want to do is click on plus right here and click on website visitors. I'm then going to select this URL and copy it. Next, I'm going to call this landing page visitors 180 days. I'm then going to select visitors of web page, a web page visit in the past 180 days, refine my action, and paste my URL. So what I just built here is an audience of people who have been to this landing page before in the past 180 days, and click on create segment. The second thing I want to do is I want to build out a custom audience of people who have actually filled out this form before. So once someone fills out this form, they actually hit a thank you page, which looks like this. So I know that anyone who has been to this thank you page before has actually filled out my form. And so what I want to do is I want to build an audience of people who have seen this page before. So I'm going to copy this URL. I'm then going to click on plus, click on website visitors, and I'm then going to click LP converters in the past 180 days, essentially meaning a group of people who have converted through my landing page in the past 6 months. I'm then going to select visitors of web pages, a web page visit in the past 180 days, refine my action, and paste that URL. That way, only people who have been to this page, so people who have actually filled out this form right here, in the past 6 months will be part of this audience, essentially meaning that I just built an audience of my lead database from the past 6 months that were generated from my search campaign. So now what we have is 4 different audiences, which we're then going to use as our signals and our search themes in our PMAX campaign. So what I'm going to do now is go back to my campaign view. I'm going to select my PMAX campaign right here. I'm then going to click on campaigns and click on asset groups. And I'm then going to click on summary. I'm going to start with my makeup asset group first and click on signals right here. So for my search themes, I'm going to add my winning keywords as my search themes. I'm going to go into my winning keywords right here, which I've noted down, copy those right here and paste those right here. Next, I'm going to add my audience signals. So specifically, I'm going to add my custom intent audience for people who are interested in makeup services. I'm going to add my custom audience of people who have been to my landing page before, and I'm going to also add my custom audience of people who have actually converted through my landing page before. And this is going to be very powerful for PMAX because you're essentially telling it with a mix of these search themes, show my ads to people who are searching up these things recently, so therefore your high converting keywords, and people who are similar to these signals. In other words, people who are similar to people who have submitted my form in the past. I'm going to click on add data here and I'm going to click on browse, and I'm then going to look for the 3 different audiences I built out. So my first one is my landing page converters in the past 180 days, my landing page visitors in the past 180 days. And next, for my custom intent audience, what I want is I want to click on additional signals right here, click on interest and detailed demographics. I'm going to click right here and click on browse. I'm then going to click on custom interest and I'm going to select my makeup custom intent audience. And then I'm going to click on save. So what I just did there is I included a bunch of search themes, which are essentially my winning keywords for my search campaign. And I included 3 different signals, my converters, my landing page viewers, and my custom intent audience of my winning keywords as a signal. The next thing I want to do now is do the same thing, but for my eyebrow services. So I'm going to click here, and for my search themes, I'm going to now select my winning keywords for my eyebrow ad group for my search campaign, paste those in there. And as my audience signals, I'm going to select the landing page viewers in the past 180 days, my landing page converters in the past 6 months, and then I'm going to click on additional signals right here, click on interest and detailed demographics, click right here, click on browse, click on custom interest, and this time I'm going to select my custom intent audience, and I'm then going to click on save. And so now we're all done. So at this point, you should now have a campaign built out where you have different asset groups depending on how many services you provide. That way you're showing a relevant ad to the right person at the right time. And not only that, those asset groups should be integrated with the proper search themes and audience signals from the data that you received in your original search campaign in order to make this PMAX campaign work a lot better and generate you a much higher quality lead right from the start. So hopefully this video helped you out a lot and you were easily able to build this yourself. If you're having any issues and you'd like me to build a campaign like this for you and your business, or if you'd like me to just manage your ads in general, you can feel free to book a call with me using the link in the description below. That way we can have a chat. And also, if you have any questions about anything I covered today, feel free to drop that in the comments as well. Other than that, I hope you liked this video and I'll see you on the next one.